So I guess the point of this deck, I actually tried out some Nerubian egg decks before with Paladin. It's just recently I came to the conclusion that I guess there's like two things I learned like really recently, and now I'm gonna try it. Like after thinking about it, it's like one, if you're like an egg deck, maybe you don't need True Silver, or maybe you only want one True Silver. That way you have more room to have like a higher mana curve and Blessing of Kings. And the second thing I learned is that I think Dragon Egg is better than Nerubian Egg as far as eggs go in Paladin. Like, it's very awkward to... I've had so many awkward turns where I have a Nerubian Egg and you want a Blessing of Kings and Nerubian Egg. That's just weird. Like, because... Like, there's this one turn, I had a Quartermaster, which is 2/5, and a Nerubian Egg, and maybe some, like, 1/1 dudes or 3/3 dudes against Ancient of Lore. Like, you know, that's what really got me thinking into it. Like, do you even want a Blessing of Kings, your egg, instead of a Quartermaster to kill it? It's like... I think the answer is, like, no. It doesn't have high synergy with Nerubian Egg. Because normally you want to proc your egg. Like, Blessing the Kings on egg is weird, because giving it extra life is not good. Like, you just, like, you want something that +4 attack, +0 life would be good for Nerubian Egg, whereas, like, +4/+4 is better for Dragon Egg. I feel like I can go down to 1 True Silver or no True Silvers. Like, Blessing the Kings is kind of like my True Silver in this deck. I have to try it out, though. Might be a disaster. I'm not sure about keeping Kings even against Zoo, even with Dragon Egg. Egg v Egg.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, here it comes. This is why I like Dragon Egg a lot more than it's like better in this deck.
The battle. Almost out of time. Get in there and fight, maggot.
Well, that's good that there's no owl. This is actually good because the more I hit little stuff, the better. I mean, I can actually Argus 2 targets, but I don't think it's worth it because the Argus doesn't mathematically set it up very well, since it's gonna be a 5/4 and a 3/2. It's actually like the worst thing possible. It doesn't do anything. Ah, this guy's really good. How brutal is this guy? Like 3 Dragon Eggs. 3 of these Black Whelps in one game. Is that too greedy? I want to Dragon Egg and Argus the Egg into a 1/3. I guess I should trade for the 4/4 here. That way this egg is going to get a lot of value, maybe. Whereas the other way he one-shot this egg with the 4 attack minion. Although it's potential, like he has like a power whelming and things like that. As long as he has to kill it though, there's still going to be a whelp that spawns. I got pretty unlucky with my Shredder. It's like actually kind of like a useless unit. Maybe Doomguard here? No. Nice. I get multiple egg activations. Oh, okay. I was gonna say... Actually, I think this is better.
Let me think. Get in there and fight, maggot.
It's kind of complicated to see these things, what's better. I'm not sure if that's actually better. I'm like missing one whelp this way, but the attack itself is useless because I'm just attacking it and then attacking with my other guy. So like I'm just like wasting the attack, and I don't get to play abusive and trade on the big guy. I guess it should be good.
I wonder.
Sunwalker is also really good against Zoo, especially if you can have board control. That way they can't like use a small minion to hit the Divine Shield. Wow, Shadow Flame. Not expected, but I guess it's not that good for him. Holy Consecrate. Not that useful if I have board control, but I can always play Lay in Hands next turn just to draw cards. I want to keep pushing tempo though. Like, I don't want to Lay in Hands next turn. Hopefully I get something in play. Implosion? Wow, okay. I should be okay with this Consecrate though, but that could have gone really bad if I rolled 4. I guess it probably wouldn't have killed Sunwalker anyways. It could have killed Sunwalker. It's a new egg meta. I get a feeling it's bad against Patron War though.
You win this time.
From my recent games, I really do like the deck. It seems like there's something, definitely something here. This is a really good card against Druid. But Blessing Kings is also really good against Druid. No, I'm going to keep Peacekeeper. It's really good if he has Innervate. Wow, this might be like almost the perfect hand. Dragon Egg, Blessing of Kings, and Peacekeeper. Against Druid, that is. Well, growth. Slightly better to put it on the left, since when Dragon Egg takes damage, the whelp spawn on the right. So for Defender Vargas, it's better to keep them together.
Where shall I strike?
Wow. It's pretty good for me. This is why Blessing of Kings is so good. I can either leave a 6/6 or Blessing of Kings this guy. I'd leave a 2/2 and a 4/2 with an egg. I mean, with an extra whelp. That's a hard decision. So 4/6, 4/2 with the whelp. Then he silences the whelp. Okay, well, what's more weak to signs? If I do this 6/6.
Move quickly.
I think this is better. Takes a while for me to think about it, but if he keepers this, I still have more stuff on board. Whereas if he keepers the shielded mini bot, all I have is a 2/2 on board. I wouldn't even have the whelp, but the egg would still be unsilenced. Is like the good thing about it. I think I'm trading both. Because if he hero powers my 2/1 and trades for my 2/2, then I don't have a good move. Like, I can't kill the little guy. I can Peacekeeper better stuff later, huh?
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
It's not that easy of a decision because Shattered Sun is also really good with Dragon Egg. So if I play Peacekeeper and Dragon Egg, that's another viable option. And just kill the Sludge Belcher more slowly.
Follow the rule. Reporting for duty.
He's almost out of cards as well.
Eyes are open.
Ah, spell power here. Let's go for that. It's too good.
Last warning. Reporting for duty. Where shall I strike?
I might just lay on hands here if I don't draw anything good. I guess Quartermaster makes more sense, but I haven't drawn either Muster yet. So if I lay hands into Muster Quartermaster, that could be game over. Okay, so yeah, that's good.
Truth is my shield.
Reporting for duty.
I can also start stacking up 1/1s with this play, since he can't just hero power them down like he's been doing. Now I have a Sunwalker to tank the hero power. Wow. Doesn't he need cards?
Put your faith in the light.
Shout revenge.
The battle.
He actually has to attack here, kind of. Because if he doesn't, then I can cash in my Divine Shield
Don't test me, child.
against one of his 5/5s.
Reporting for duty. Battle.
I like making a dude here with Lotheb, because it's kind of unlikely. I guess he can swipe for 9, but it wouldn't be that great. And it's hard for him to remove the 1/1s. So I can play Quartermaster next turn.
The battle. The battle. I must move quickly. Don't test me, child. Reporting for duty. To arms, men.
It was actually hard for me to, because I had too many minions for me to Quartermaster muster that turn with equality. Like I couldn't get the full value out, and it was also kind of weird about the muster. I like this move against swipe the most compared to muster for battle here.
That belongs in a museum.
Because this way after swipe I still have muster for battle. That's a pretty big swing turn though.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. To arms, men. Duty calls. Duty calls. For justice.
Equality trade Tyrion, I saw that move as well. I don't think I'd get the full, like, enough minions out. Like, I think the problem with that move I saw was I couldn't actually play Quartermaster after muster for battle. Because if I did equality, trade Tyrion in, and then kill the 5/5 with my weapon, and then muster Quartermaster, I have no room for Quartermaster. I guess I can suicide a minion. I'll also replace my weapon.
For justice. The battle. Reporting for duty. Duty calls. Duty calls. I've got the beast in my sights. Get in there and fight, maggot! Duty calls. The battle. Duty calls. For justice.
I actually needed the abusive to win there. I was off by 1 without abusive.
I must protect the one. I will fight with honor.
I'm gonna try out this opening because Muster is weak to swipe, but it's kind of hard to swipe against Dragon Egg. No, it's basically like how valuable the whelp is. The other way against Keeper, I have one more whelp, but no, it's like a science egg instead of an actual dragon egg. And whelp isn't that good against Druid because of swipes. Turning into a really good opening. My one thing that I need to keep do this game is to play the abuses not with the muster for battle, so as long as I can manage to do that. Like if I play abuses with all these 1/1s, it's probably not a good idea because of swipe. So I need to like play it after swipe or something. Or like trade in the 1/1s and then play abuses. Okay, this will just be a Argus turn here, I believe.
My shield for Argus. The battle! The battle! The battle! For justice!
What plays are on swipe more? I guess
Weapons ready.
this plays are on swipe more than attacking it.
Weapons ready.
I'm already so strong that there's no point in playing around not playing around anything except swipe, I believe.
Into the breach! For justice! For justice! For duty.
If I did want to muster this turn, I think I want to attack after to play around Harrison a little bit.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
What's the order I should do here? What if he gets one shot? It's a little bit bad, but maybe it's still better to attack first.
For justice! The battle! For justice! I must move quickly! Get in there and fight, maggot! The battle! Follow the rules! Reporting for duty.
Kind of think of it on turn 4 when I Argused. I shouldn't have Argused the Dragon Egg. I should have Argused the just the mini bot and something else.
Get in there and fight, maggot! Last water. Reporting for duty.
Actually, I should have killed Dr. Boom and left up my 3-2 and left up the Lothab. Something like... It's weird because I wanted to use my Whelp to attack the other one, but I wanted to use the Altar to attack Dr. Boom. Because a 1-5 here is like almost the same as a 5-5 against my board. Leaving up Lothab, though, against something like Swipe would mean almost game over, since 5 damage a turn from there on.
I have the power!
These little guys aren't that efficient.
Reporting for duty. The battle for justice. The battle. Reporting for duty.
My thanks to you. Who dares defy this ancient
For justice. The battle.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Alright, do I want to trade my 2-2 into 2-1-1s It's less weak to swipe. It's all, I guess it's the same against everything else as well. There's not that much of a difference. And I don't think he has swipe. I guess this makes more sense. Because he didn't swipe last turn, and Force Nature is better at killing 2/2s. I'm kind of just fizzling out though. Drew a small mana curve. I'm getting the damage in though, but Paladin can't really like finish.
The light does not discriminate.
Time waits for no one.
The battle! The battle! Reporting for duty. The battle! The battle! For justice!
I have to just pressure damage. It's not a good way for me to do this. I have to like top deck Blessing of Kings, or just something really strong like Tyrion early on hands. But I can't really start trading here. I'm gonna just use Splurge Belcher and make it as hard as possible for him to remove too much of my stuff.
I must safeguard the land.
Consecrate is actually starting to look really, really nice. I need 6 more damage for lethal. I need to start thinking about trading now because he has lethal opportunities. 12, 20 damage. He has 20 damage. I guess the only trade that makes sense is this trade.
Battle! The battle! For justice!
Because then the other trade, like trading for these 5/2 or 4/2, I take the damage anyways. Although, if I'm gonna play more for board control, which I actually still need to do. There's actually something that I think this deck needs, with the whole Dragon Knight concept. Yeah, enhance on Mechano. Could that be better than Defender Vargas? Or could it be better than something else here? The Shattered Sun has been very underwhelming. I'm going to take that out for Enhanso Mechano. I don't think that is good against Warrior. Not unless I have Blessing of Kings. I don't think Egg and Abusive is a good combo against Warrior, basically. And Blessing of Kings is actually good against Warrior with any minion, because Blessing of Kings is just like almost the best card against Warrior. I got my Blessing of Kings. The cards I really want are like Muster and Minibot to put on some early pressure. I think I would keep Kings against Warrior.
Reporting for duty.
Just because it's so good. If he cleans out Acolyte of Pain, I'm gonna have to Abusive the 1/1 and not the Dragon Egg.
Let the pain speak to me.
Get in there and fight, maggot! The battle!
Job done.
Reporting for duty.
Just because Acolyte would kill my Whelp anyways and draw 2 cards instead of 1.
Back to work! The battle!
It's like the difference between this and like True Silver. That's like what the deck is based on. True Silver is so much worse at this kind of situation because True Silver doesn't demand an answer. Whereas like if I just like True Silver that, he could just ignore the True Silver and like do his own thing. This like forces an execute or something. It looks like this is Control Warrior and not Patron. That's just good for me. I think it's Control using Cleave. Turn 6, Sylvanas is going to be a problem. Like, my natural play is a defender here with hero power, depending on what I draw, but I don't really have a good answer for the next turn, Sylvanas, if it is that. Shieldman would be fine for me.
Reporting for duty.
My shield for Argon.
This is much worse with 2 minions, because Enhance a Mechano, let's see, Taunt, this gives anyways, Divine Shield. It basically gets +1/+1 and Taunt. Can enhance 4 minions here though.
Reporting for duty. The battle.
I like this more than trading. I almost feel like he has to make this trade anyways, and then he's not going to get the second Death Rattle activation. And if he does, I mean, I get him 5 extra damage like this. He's actually dead. It depends on this enhancer. It's better than Tyrion here.
Intensification commencing.
Well played.
That's lethal, right? 10 here? Yeah.